Hi guys, I am Ashutosh and I am back with another amazing tutorial. And in this tutorial we are going to learn how to create this animated glass morphism card in React.js. So basically in this tutorial I am going to start from the scratch by creating a React app, and then how to implement this card and how to animate this card using React Spring. So let's get started. So first of all, open your terminal and run this command npx create react app to create the React app, and I'm going to give the name of the React app as class card. After opening the created React app in Visual Studio Code, just run npm start to see that your React app is starting up. I split the screen so that we can keep track of what we are building. So first of all, we'll go into app.js and we'll close this off. We'll remove this thing because we don't want this one. So it's gone, and then we'll give style to our app. So basically what we want, so first of all, before going to this one, let us import the images that we are going to need. So if we go here, we can see that we will need two images. One is my profile picture, this one, and one is the background image which we have here. So first of all, we'll import those images. So we'll create a new folder in the src folder named images, and in that folder we'll import two images. First the background image and the profile image. So the background image has background2.jpg name, and profile image is ashutosh.png. And first of all, so what we'll do is first we'll define the width of our screen. So the width will be 100 VW, and so it means that we are going to make the image, background image, with the full width of the screen. And here we'll define background image. Let us first import the background image. So we'll import background from, we'll import from images and background2.jpg. so this is our background image, and we'll assign it using URL background. So this is our background image, and so we can see that our background image is visible, but we have to center it. Background position will be center, and background size will be of cover, and the repeat type background repeat will be no repeat. Also so if we look at the image again, now we can look at the complete image. It will be centered. And also we want to set the display as flex, and whatever we are going to include in this web page, it should align in the center. So we are keeping align items center and justify content center. So whatever we will define, it will be inside in the center. So after doing this, we want to keep something here, but we don't want to spoil the app component. That's why we'll build another component that is glasscard.js. In glasscard.js, first we'll import React, and we'll create a component that is glasscard. We'll have no parameters for this component. We'll return something, so we have to return something, and we'll export this component so that we can import it into our app.js. Sorry, class card. Okay, so now in this component we are going to have one div. This div will contain an image which will have some source. So let us import our profile image. So profile image we will import as profile from, and we'll have profile in images, and that is file name is ashutosh.png, and we'll just pass the profile as this one. Actually this is not a very good way of importing images, so that's why I don't use React much. I use Gatsby, which has a plugin of GraphQL, so that you can import images using GraphQL API. But this is not a scalable way of importing images, because you can have like thousands of images in a component, and how many images you will import like this. So that's why it's not a good way of importing images, but this is not our aim right now, so that's why I'm importing it as it is. Okay, and let's include, and also let's include, we are not seeing any image here because we have not included this component, or we have not imported our component into app.js. So let's import it. So we'll import it as glass card. Import glass card from glass card. We have imported component, glass card component, and we'll put it here, that is glass card. So now we will be able to so we are looking at my image which is coming up here. It is a very big image, so we'll deal with that later. First we want to keep our name. So my name is Ashutosh Hathidara. We'll keep it this one. Then I'm going to have h3 in which I'll write my designation, that is data scientist, designer, and then we'll give a break tag so that it comes into the next line, and we'll type and full stack developer. So this is our text. Now we'll reformat it. So if you look at our web page, so we have a background image, we have a profile image, then we have a text which is my name, and then designation. Now we want to convert this into the card. But most of the people, if you look at the tutorials in any YouTube channel, so what they will do is they will create a CSS file, then they will write some CSS code, and then they will import that CSS file in this JavaScript file, and then the CSS will get into effect. But we are not going to do that because that is not a scalable way. And now the current trend is writing a CSS code inside JavaScript. So how can we do that? So we can do that using packages which allows us to write CSS in JavaScript. Some of the examples of such packages are emotion or styled components. So here we are going to use styled components. So let's first install styled components in our React app. So I will type a command npm install styled components, styled-components. So let it install. It will install the styled component, and we then and when we use this, we can write our CSS code in JavaScript. So this may sound confusing, but when I will start writing the code, you will find it really easy understanding the code and how to implement this thing. When styled component is installed, then clear the terminal, and now we'll also install React Spring, because we are going to need that for animating our card in future. So also install React Spring. When React Spring is installed, we can start our development server again using npm start, and it will refresh our application. So now how to write CSS in JavaScript. So first of all, I will import the styled element from styled components in our glass card component. So I have a styled. Now let's say I want to apply a CSS on this profile image, so I want to make it smaller. So how can I do that? So I can create a component. Let's say I'll create a component as styled image, and how can I apply CSS on it? So I can write like styled dot, or which element I want to style. So I want to style image, so I will write style dot image, and then I'll type all the CSS code in the string after that. So first of all, we want to reduce the size of our image, right? So I'll write width 200 pixel, and height I will write auto. So once I write that, and let's say I want to give some border as well, so I'll write 2 pixels solid, and I want to give border as black border, and I want to give border radius as 50%. So when I do that, so how does it know that it is this one? So now the styled image is your modified image element. So you can copy this component, and instead of having an image tag, you can directly paste that styled image. Now that styled image is your image, and now you can see that your images has the new properties which we have written in this CSS code. So the same thing we want to do with all these elements. So now you might start understanding the structure of this project. So we'll have this div element as a card, our glass morph card, which we are going to have, and we'll animate that this complete div tag, so that everything inside that will get animated, and all this information which are there in this div will be part of that card. So now we'll also format this h1 tag. So we'll create one more styled component, that is h1, and in this time we are going to style h1 tag. So here we'll give line height of this as 1.5. We'll give letter spacing as 1.15, and we'll have font family as Gilroy. You can have anything as your font, any font which you like, but I personally prefer this font for this cards. That's why I am writing font as Gilroy. Also note that if you don't have Gilroy font installed in your system, first install then that, and then you can use this one. And after you are done with editing CSS, you can copy the styled h1 and you can paste it, this tag, in the starting and in the close. So you can see that it will the text will get changed. We'll copy the same styled h1 and we'll paste it, and instead of styled h1 we'll have styled h3 this time for our designation text. So this time line height would be same, but letter spacing would be 1.15, and font family will be same, and here we'll also have font size, which is 20 pixel, and we'll copy the styled h3 tag and we'll paste it here, also here. And when you save the page, the text will get changed. Now coming on to the main part, how to create that class morphism theme card. We'll apply CSS to this div. So we'll create a container or a component which has name container, which will be a styled div, and we'll apply CSS to this. So first of all, let me define some of the elements which are essential. So it will be an inline block. It will have a padding of 3 em. Let me also give the background color. So this background color would be a light indigo. We can directly copy this one and we can paste here, so that we'll get a real-time observation of what we are building. So we can see that we have created this indigo background card right now, but as of now it does not have any glass morphism effect or any animation. So we are going to create that. So let's first finish implementing the CSS first. It will have a border radius of 10 pixels. We also need to write z index as 1. The position will be relative, because the glass morphism effect only makes sense if all these elements are inside it. So that's why the position will be relative. The elephant in the room, so that is backdrop filter, which will be an essential part if you want to create a glass morphism or any kind of effect on the card or any element in the UI. So we'll make this backdrop filter as blur, and we'll make that the blur effect will be 10 pixels. So now you can see that the effect of glass morphism is coming into picture. To beautify it a little bit more, we'll also give it a border which will be a transparent solid border. So that will be a 2 pixels solid and transparent, and this background we need to clip it with something so that whenever we are animating this card, this should not go off, or this should not seem to be away from or different or detached from this card. So that's why we are keeping it as border box. You can also keep it as padding box, but sometimes that padding box does not work. That's why I'm keeping it as border box. And we can also define a cursor movement as pointer. So wherever our cursor will hover over this container, the pointer will get changed. So you can see that whenever we are hovering over the card, the pointer is getting changed. So now the glass morphism effect is completed. So now we'll learn how to animate this in this way. So if we hover over the card, it should give us this 3D kind of view, and we are going to do this using React Spring. So first of all, what I'll do is I'll import 3 or 4 elements. I'll import use Spring and animate it from React Spring. So first of all, we need to create props. So we'll create props. What these props are for, I'll explain it a little bit later. So we'll have to create props, and we'll create it using use Spring, and this will have a ES6 method which will have default parameters that we want. So first parameter would be XYS, that will be 0, 0 and 1. So what these X, Y and S are: X is the X coordinate of this card, Y is the Y coordinate of this card, and scale is the complete scale of that card. So as of now, the default parameter would be 0, 0 and 1. So this X, Y coordinate are not the absolute coordinate, they are relative coordinate. So as of now, the card is on its position. That's why the relative distance or the relative X coordinate is 0, and also the same with Y. And the scale is not changed. That is why it is 1. So if the scale we decrease it, so the card will get smaller, and if the scale we increase it, the card will get bigger. The second element will be a configuration. So this configuration, whenever let's say you are hovering over this card, you are looking at some tension and some mass and some friction. React Spring library is based on a physics of the animation. So that is why we need to also define the physical element of the animation. So we'll define mass as 10, and we'll also define tension as 200, and we'll define friction as 50. So this we have set our props. So now these props, where these props will get used. If you know about physics, so in physics you have some parameters. With that parameters you apply some function, and with that function some movement happened. So these props are our parameters. Now we'll have some functions, and you don't have to write any function. You can directly copy the function which are there in React Spring's official page, that is reactspring.io. So they have very different kinds of examples on their website. There they have also given this kind of functions. So this calculate function will give us this exact interpolated parameters of our animation. So let's say in the beginning of animation, our XYS parameters are 0, 0 and 1. So by passing these parameters into this Kelsey function, it will return us the new parameters which our animation will have, and that parameters will assign it to that moment of this container. So that's how our animation would work. And this trans function will transform this card into 3D. So you can understand this trans function as, so it will have a perspective of 600. So it will have a 3D element. So the perspective is a 3D element. So it will have a perspective of 600. Then it will rotate in X axis for X degree. It will rotate in Y axis for Y degree, and it will scale up with S unit. So you can understand this trans and Kelsey function as well. Now still, if you hover over the button, our card is not animated. To animate this card, we need to apply the animation to this container element. So how to apply that element? So first let's understand how we are going to have our animation. So if you look at this animation, so whenever we are hovering over it only then the animation is getting into place, and whenever we are taking our mouse button away, then the animation is restored, and these parameters x, y, s are restored to 0, 0, 1. So first of all we'll define a parameter on mouse move, and this will have two elements, that is client x, we are going to call it x, and another is client y, we are going to call it y, and they will be passed to the function which we are going to write, and this function will set our new parameter, and we only want to set x, y, s. We don't want to change the configuration of the spring, and this x, y, s parameter will get calculated by calc function, and in that calc function and in that calc function we are going to pass x and y, which we are getting from here. And the second parameter would be on mouse leave parameter. For this we will not get any parameter, but we are going to set our x, y, s element to default, and default is 0, 0, 1. So when the mouse cursor will move onto our card, we are going to get the x and y coordinate of that particular point where our mouse cursor is. So we'll calculate the relative position using this calc function, and we'll assign that to x, y, s parameter of our spring, and whenever our mouse will go off the card, then we'll set the x, y, s element to default, that is 0, 0, 1. And if you still hover over the card, you won't be able to hover over it because we have not transformed it. So we have to define this transform property of our card, and that we can define it using style. In style we need to add transform, and we need to assign transform to props, and inside props we have two elements, x, y, s and config. So we'll take x, y, s and we'll interpolate that x, y, s element, and the interpolation method would be trans. So this method would be interpolation method. Interpolation means how do you want to animate your card with. So is there any method in which, or is there any physics formula with which you want to animate your card? So this is the formula. So it will have this 3D element, it will rotate in x direction, it will rotate in y direction, and it will scale up. So this is transform. But still if you hover over the card, you won't be able to hover over it because the React Spring does not interact with the normal elements. So this container is the styled container of div, but the React Spring does not interact with normal div. It has to be the div which is formatted by React Spring. So how to format div with React Spring? So that is where animated comes into picture. So what we need to do is we need to include styled with animated.div. So if you want to animate div using React Spring, you just so instead of div, just use animated div, and your work is done. So now if you save your file, and if you go back to the page, and if you hover over it, you will see this beautiful effect coming into picture on your website. So let me make the full screen, and now if you hover over the card, the animation is perfect. So this is a basic example how you can create glass morphism card, and how you can animate it using React Spring. You can also change these parameters like mass, tension and friction based on hit and trial and whatever you want. Or else if you don't want to change these parameters and you want to use something default, then you can import config. Then you can import config from React Spring, and instead of these parameters you can directly use config.default, and if you use that, it will this card will show its default parameters. This card will get animated using the default parameters. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video and you learned something new. Like, share and comment on the video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also support me on patreon.com. I've given the link in the description box below. If you have any questions, I can answer you questions, or if you want to have a one-on-one meeting with me, or if you want to include me in your project, then you can take any memberships on my Patreon page. The link is given in the description box below. I'll be back with another tutorial next weekend. Till then, stay safe.